everyone, Action here. In this video I'll be showing you one of my recent developed strategies for Bio Ascension empires. It is so broken that you can have basically 100 research per pop in the old system, which sounds completely insane in theory and even more in practice. We can achieve more than 200 pop growth per month, that is without sacrificing the efficiency. I'll be showing you exactly how to get that same output, so you can also become a tech freak by the end game. Unlimited ultra efficient pops, the dream of all empires. My command calls out for 5,000 commanders to replenish our ranks after the recent losses. Our navy needs you, commander, to help us fight the countless enemies that threatens our own existence. Enlist today and be a part of something greater. Our goal for this video will be to expand our technology research. However, we need to be very careful because we are researching the applied infinity thesis, and what they do is every time you research this, the whole galaxy will start to hate us. So we actually need to have kind of a good military. This way we can at least defend ourselves against the fallen empires. We already have 1.4 million here and they have 1.3 million, so we should be able to defend ourselves against them. However, there is another fallen empire here and well, we can't defend ourselves against all the galaxy at this point. We are also losing a lot on the energy credit department, so perhaps we need to increase our energy credit production. One way of doing this is actually building up the class 3 singularity and improving to class 4, because only the building will already provide us with 200 energy base, which is more than the jobs itself produces. So yeah, one thing we can definitely do though to fix our dark matter production, since we are buying 50 every month, is just remove the massive crafters for something like the Dark Consortium Civic, which will basically give us more bonuses, and the dark matter edicts, which are completely broken. So let's just do that, and now with our reformed government we pick the correct options for our councillors. Now don't forget that we are also Inward Perfectionist, so we have a very limited amount of council positions to have. Now our economy is back on track and we are producing 260 dark matter every single month. We can further improve our production by activating the edicts. Look at this, just 5% monthly alloys, 10% monthly credits and 10% monthly physics. We could activate this one as well, very cheap, only 2 dark matter, since our empire size is so low. Now with the previous update we have this empire limit for every single one of the fallen empire buildings. So yeah, my friends, things get a little bit cluttered in the repeatables field, unfortunately. So we can actually just start to build up these guys to improve our pop growth speed, and also it increases our job efficiency for organic pops, which is very good nonetheless. We have finished our first interstellar assembly, and now it reduced our empire size from pops by minus 10%, which is kinda good. We are already at 200 empire size, which is fantastic, and our goal is to have the minimum size, which is 100. Our first infinity thesis was a stable success, and we didn't achieve anything extraordinary concerning reality editing, but we learned a lot from it. So we gained this option to build a Celestial Sanction Empire limit, but +1, alright. Okay, the little frogs here. Troublesome child, today you have exceeded our patience. Your reckless experiments are a danger to all, and we hereby ordered you to put a stop to these. We are sorry, and we get these massive negative effects, or we have just only begun. Yeah, we just began. As a matter of fact, why don't we actually go to the crisis level 5? The reason is very simple. We actually need 20,000 more advanced logic, so around 3 more applied infinity thesis and we should grab it. However, I need to increase the class 3 singularity empire limit, which is kind of funny because we have 2 technologies that does basically the same thing, if I'm not wrong here. Alright, in the mechanism we found the continuum relic, my favorite relic just because of this activation. Look at how many resources we'll be gaining. It's such ridiculous. Let's already activate it and have everything at maximum, and with this we are pretty much building the strongest navy in the galaxy. So we'll start off by getting those systems and having a better choke point, because right now this Fallen Empire, they are pretty much screwing all of our defensive capabilities here. We do not want that to happen. Really, just now we found the curators. Alright, but thankfully we can buy some relics from them, as always. Let's see here. Oh, this one or the other one. Yeah, trust cap, we do not need that much. But the other combat bonuses are kinda okay, as in the galactic history. The propaganda sphere, one of my favorite relics. Or this one, plus 25,000 resource capacity, pretty useless. Let's grab the propaganda sphere. This will have basically infinite unity. And on the genealogy, ooh, this is a tough choice. So a little bit more specimens output from base and a little less mineral upkeep, or just some regular combat bonuses. Damn, yeah. I mean, looking at our collection on the xenogenealogy, we do have kinda good bonuses such as the alloy from jobs and also the habitability. It would be very amazing if we could stack up more habitability bonuses or even more alloys from job bonuses, but I don't know how we can get even more artifacts in the xenogenealogy. Soon enough the whole galaxy will start to hate us, so I don't think they will be very inclined to trade some artifacts with us. Well, I think we'll actually grab the Pulse Stone just because of the passive effect, which will increase our field manipulation research speed, which are basically the shield and energy repeatables. Now the shield repeatables we won't be using that much in this game, but the energy ones are very important to field a very large navy, just like we did in our previous playthrough, where we had over 60,000 monthly energy credits just from the repeatables and some other bonuses stacked. So the Pulse Stone will actually be beneficial even if we do not activate it. We'll also get their guidance, here improve our monthly unity, and the galactic history, they can improve our literary XP or monthly society. We're obviously gonna go with the tech options, and the xenogenealogy, we can excavate our colonies or excavate the stars. Now the lowest part of our minerals are coming from planets, so yeah, I think it's better for us to excavate the stars. Now that we have contact with the curators, we also hired one of their leaders, meaning we can have the curator archivist council position as soon as possible and remove one of these useless ones. Perhaps the commander of the watcher is the most useless one, yeah. And then we just put Aturian as our minister of defense and have our curator here improving our tech a lot. So what we do now is very simple. We need to wait for at least 3,400 days to activate another relic. However, we can activate this astro action, the lateral artifacting, and just utilize a propaganda sphere. Now we have 750,000 unity, which we can then utilize to ascend our planets. Now I think I found something very interesting. So by building up the Biogeneration Institute, we actually gain the genomic researchers, and look at what these guys give. So they're pretty much increasing our job efficiency by plus 55%. Alright, plus 30% from buildings, which is very nice, because we have 3 of these buildings. Then we also have a massive modifier that goes here, and you can see that we have a plus 300% pop growth speed. Yes, you heard that right, plus 300% on top of plus 138% monthly organic pop growth modifier. So with this we are already producing 30 pops each month, my friends. It's kinda ridiculous, and consider we already have 100k pops, which in the older patch would correspond to around 1000 pops. Yeah, alright, now we apply the infinity thesis and things didn't work out very well. So yeah, we made the shroud tears happen in our reality. So we accidentally caused many subspace ruptures in our galaxy, causing several hostile shroud spirits to let into our dimension. If I remember correctly, this is one of the worst events you could have with this technology, because well, the galaxy, as you can see, you have a lot of these these psionic entities roaming around. People really started to hate us now. I thought that that would be enough for us to reach the level 5, however we need at least 1.4 thousand more advanced logic. Our century array is completed, now we can see everything, and I'm thinking about declaring war on the Baba Cousin shard so we can grab the cat system. However, what about if we expanded our empire borders? Could that work? Perhaps we could grab everything from the Baba Cousin shard though? I'm thinking about that. The main problem I see is that we won't have much use for their population other than, let's say, just purging them, perhaps. They would have a lot of planets, that's kind of good. Like a 25 size planet is very good, especially a Gaia world that already has 100% habitability. We are cleaning out the psionic shroud entities that are devastating our worlds. Really, the habitable world survey in 120 years into the game. Alright, at least they gave us 65,000 unity, which is kinda insane. Well, now that we actually fielded another fleet, we should go ahead and declare war on the Baba Cousin shard to claim their systems. We can actually use the wipe them out, although we are pacifists. Yeah, it's quite a fun feature. So we can pretty much wipe an entire species, but we can't claim a system. Makes sense, right? There they are, their only fleet. Just those battle cruisers, but ours are much stronger. As you can see, a total stomp for us. No ships lost, and they had a 23% war exhaustion. Let's move on into their planets, and let's grab our armies of space marines to invade their colonies. I think we're actually just gonna build a little more armies because, well, currently don't have many of them. Let's actually build like, I don't know, maybe that's enough. So our last experiment, the mass shift, our most recent experiment on shaping reality caused us to slightly reduce the mass of carbon atoms. In most cases, this reduction proves insignificant, but at large enough scales, models predict that it could cause some trouble on some celestial bodies. Alright, so pessimistic models even suggest that some habitable worlds that already had low gravity might experience losses in atmospheric density. So it is not that bad, and we have 2 colonies noticeably impacted. The Cartox Sea, which was completed, and then the Glaertia. Now it reduced the habitability by -5. It's alright, we lost a little bit of job efficiency due to the purity tradition, and the Glaertia, yeah, the same effect. And with that we reached the final level of the crisis. So we should theoretically have the research buildings as research options now. Fantastic! The best science building in the game provides the most amount of jobs. So we have completely subdued the Fallen Empire, and in the worlds conquered, what we can do is, instead of having an empty planet and just resettling, we actually have a very low empire size from colonies due to the courier network from the expansion tradition and also the Ascension perk Imperial Prerogative. So we basically don't suffer any negative effects from colonizing other worlds. If we do, we can even ascend our planets to reduce the empire size even further. We're just gonna build the urban expansions so we can have the most amount of buildings, including the resource production ones, which we definitely need since those planets won't be populated anyways in the beginning. We are also building up a lot of ring worlds. Those ring worlds will be our main source of technology, naval cap, and energy credits. So the worlds of cats and other planets will actually be utilized as perhaps a massive resource silos, so we can stack up a bunch of resources and later on build a better navy. Just look here on Coralius. We are producing 173 pops each month, my friends, just from stacking up these buildings. And the good part is you don't even lose on job efficiency, since every one of these buildings actually provides you with plus 10% job efficiency from organic pops. So if you look at this, although we only have around 8,500 metallurgists, we have actually 30,000 workforce, just because, yeah, in the top section it says we have 8.6 thousand workforce, however they count as 30,000 metallurgists. Man, it's so ridiculous. What is this? Perhaps this is the matter, right? You just stack up a bunch of specialized arcologies as urban designations and have the Biogeneration Institute. This way you get massive amounts of pop growths, and also we have lots and lots of job efficiency, and as our main districts will have the job productions. Perhaps this is the way. Oh, we also found the head of Zarklan, so at least these suckers right here won't hate us forever. But the relic itself is not very powerful. We can just summon a small Fallen Empire fleet. Every time we summon them, they get a little bit stronger, but that's basically it. However, we do have ships much stronger than the ones from the Fallen Empires, so there isn't much reason for us to activate this relic. Here on Coralius we have the ultimate planet, my friends. A planet that produces 5,000 alloys, 2,000 society research, also gives us 200 pops every single month, and has basically no effect on empire size. So yeah, it's kinda insane. I mean, our 12,000 metallurgists have the efficiency of 43,000, so almost 4 times as efficient, before even accounting for the other modifiers. Man, this is so insane. It's actually so broken, this combination. Well, this army battle, it's gonna take a while, I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. Hopefully our commander won't die, he's a very important commander. I just made the mistake of having him in a ground combat. Hello commander, if you're enjoying my content, please consider being a part of our higher ranks and financially supporting the growth of our navy. Depending on your contribution, you'll have access to different sections of our military, being able to command an entire fleet and up to a whole sector in our live streams. That will happen almost every weekend. With every contribution, the Empire grows stronger, and you, Commander, will help us shape the future of our universe. So yeah, my friends, the job efficiency gets kinda insane on our planet, and with this we can pretty much have a very high amount of productivity whilst also having massive amounts of pop growth in every single one of our planets. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. In the next one we'll try to continue in this playthrough. It's lagging a little bit, but perhaps we can keep this going. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave that like button, and I'll see you guys next time.